So welcome to everybody, to our members and our guests. Let's start with the loyal toast. So if you have a drink, please raise your glass. The toast is to the Queen, Duke of Lancaster.
Queen Duke of Lancaster.
The focus of the meeting is to listen to our guests from Romania and the Ukraine. So I'd like to hand over to our past District Governor, Graham Jackson, who will introduce the guests and then invite them to speak. So over to you, Graham.
Thank you very much, President-elect. Can I first of all start by saying those two most important words in the English language, which are thank you. And thank you to all of you for coming tonight, but in particular, our three speakers. There will be four, actually, I should say four, because our own district governor will say something later. But the principal speakers are President Magda from the Rotary Club of Iasi 2000, District 2241 in northeast Romania, and the Manchester Club has been coordinating monies being donated by clubs around the northwest of England, not just our Rotary district, but a whole variety of other clubs have been contributing. And I think the last figure to be sent through to Iasi 2000 Rotary Club was about £15,800 to help with their efforts with the refugees coming through from Ukraine through the Republic of Moldova. So President Magda will speak to us shortly. I'm going to ask President Magda to speak first and to talk to us about the work going on there. We also welcome the current District Governor of Ukraine. Forgive my pronunciation, but Volodymyr, and I understand District Governor Volodymyr is a member of the Rotary Club of Ivano-Frankivsk in the Ukraine. But I think the speaker from the Ukraine tonight will be past District Governor Sergei. He was District Governor in 2018-2019 and is a member of the Rotary Club of Kiev City, Ukraine, and they are of course both District 2232. And we've invited them to speak to us about what is happening in the Ukraine in particular, and also what Rotary is doing and how Rotary has been affected by this dreadful situation in the Ukraine. When President Magda and past District Governor Sergei and the District Governor Volodymyr, if he wishes, have spoken to us, then we will invite our own District Governor, Eric Russell of District 1285, to say a few words on behalf of our district also. So can I introduce President Magda, Rotary Club Iasi 2000, Northeast Romania, and invite President Magda to speak to us about the situation there. Thank you, Magda.
Graham, Mr. President, dear friends, just assure me that you are hearing me very well, and I would like also to project a presentation that I prepared for our meeting today. Just confirm that you are hearing me well and seeing me well.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear and see you well, Magda.
Okay, thank you. So what I can assure you that the borders are the same, nothing changed around this part of the Europe. So let me project the presentation that I prepared for you. And some minutes after that, I will also disclose the other part that is hiding from my guests here I'm sure that you can see that there is also a small window with Rotary Iasi 2000. Yeah, can you see my PowerPoint presentation, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear nothing. Okay, thank you. So saying hello again to the friends that I saw last meeting, and because I saw last time that there were a lot of friends outside UK and outside Romania, and I say hello also to your guests from Ukraine now. I just put it on the slides where Romania is, because I saw that your friends were from all over the world. So Graham, thank you a lot. So here we are, these points, the red one and the very yellow one. So the map also shows where Romania is, just the border with Ukraine, a large part, as I presented to last time. These are the photos from our last meeting. It's more than 1 month, and many things were developing during weeks. And what is new, I will start with sending a lot of thanks to all the donors. Part of the list is here. It's not updated with the donors that Manchester Club connected during the last week. So thank you again. I also can confirm that this morning our treasurer confirmed that another donation reached our club account. So many thanks from my friends from Club Iasi 2000. Since we met last time, Graham, please confirm that we almost met every week and discuss about the transfer, the project that we intend to have in collaboration. Meanwhile, we also launch an information center and also for support, Iasi Ukraine, here in our city. We collected a lot of donations that reach Iasi from all parts of Europe, and we directed them to Ukraine. And I inserted here a lot of photos from all the transports that we all organized, all the 5 clubs in Iasi during the last 5 weeks since we met last time. I can say that we have a very good collaboration with different institutions and schools and councils in Ukraine. Some of the donations, some of the collection that we are doing here in Iasi are targeting exactly the needs of some centers for refugees, even in Ukraine. So our connectors there, Rotarians, are giving us calls and asking directly for hygiene products or for food or for blankets. So we are organizing humanitarian transport exactly to reach and to meet the needs from the Ukraine refugees. We also had some actions near the borders, because we are reaching also the north, but the south. So we transport there also some, we organize also some transports there. Here is the name of Rotarians from Chernobyl. Last week we organized a very big transport with food because they requested a lot of food. There is a center with 1,000 refugees from all over the Ukraine, children especially, and they are asked exactly for food for children and also for other kind of things. So these were our collection from the last week. It was a very, very big, important transport. As I told you during our last meeting, we have in Iași 5 clubs. Each of us are conducting different projects focusing on refugees here in Iași, or people from Ukraine that left their homes and are living now in special centers. And we involve Rotary Clubs and Interact Clubs also. They are always very close to us during our actions. Here is the transport from last week. We had a request from a hospital with medicines and medical suppliers, and they were collected like that and directly, specifically inserting the name of the person, of the contact that was there, especially waiting for the medicine and medical supplies. Also some pictures. We have very big transports and also small cars that are delivering on request all the needs that are transferred to our clubs in Iași. This is the some photos from last weekend. I know you had the Easter. We also worked a lot to assure to people from Ukraine the Easter that is coming the next weekend, also for us. And I think here I inserted a short video. So the transportation was for Chernowood. Okay, and this is the action. We involved also our Rotary Club. I don't know, some of you heard that we did not yet charted the club, but the small children are now a group, and they are participating also in our projects. Last week, we spent our Sunday morning in House of Life. Remember? Last meeting, I told you about the interactors from Iași 2000 that reach an institution in Iași, a residence, where 18 children and 10 mothers from Ukraine coming from a center, a special center from Ukraine, found a shelter in Iași. The shelter is named House of Life. So I found about House of Life from our interactors. They brought there some donation, and we decided to have an action on Sunday morning, putting together some Rota kids and some pupils from Ureod school, and together with my secretary, Ioana, and other 2 friends from Iași 2000, we came at the House of Light Center. We wanted to meet the mothers and the children. And here there are some moments from our action from last Sunday. Well, Sergey, some of your children are very safe here. and I think it's quite a heaven for them. And we hope to keep them safe and entertained and healthy. And we want to send back to you when times will be better and safer. And well, I will disclose some of my secrets now, in case that you let me share just a short interview again. Let me check if I can do it again. Current slide. Sorry for the here it is.
Hi Graham, we are a House of Life. We are having a very nice Sunday morning, working and planting flowers. We are just playing with the children. Here is Ioana, the secretary of my club, and Yulia, she is in charge with the house. She is the manager of the institution in Ukraine.
Hello, from our Ukrainian people we want to say thank you. Thanks a lot for our children, for our for opportunity to our people to be in safe. This is very important for us, to our children to be in safe. Romanian people are very kind. You have a very big heart, because we see it every day, in every building, in every market, and in this house. Thank you from all our people. Я хочу сказати, що так як приймають нас румуни, я не знаю, це люди з величезним серцем, які прийняли нас як рідних. Вони допомагають нам у всьому, і наші діти в безпеці. Наші діти нагодовані, вони мають де жити і мають що їсти. І це нація, яка змогла прийняти в собі, в своєму такому великому серці цілих два народи, і свій, і український. Ми дуже вдячні за це. Дякую.
Graham, we know no word in Ukrainian language, but we have a common language. And the common language. Hello. Bye, Graham.
Bye.
Thank you very much for your help, and also a lot of thanks to Manchester Club.
Thank you. Thank you.
So here are some parts from the last Sunday. Today, really, I'm very lucky, because this is the Holy Thursday. In fact, I need to be home and plant eggs and cook something like a normal woman. But during this year, I cannot be normal. Anyway, I don't claim that I'm normal in some other days of my life. But look, I will disclose my place. I'm sure that you can see now the back. So I'm really at House of Life. Well, the playground is empty because the children, I hope that they are sleeping. And my guests are Mihaela. She is the director of House of Life here in Iași. And next to her, Yulia, she's quite a lady. She is mother of 5 children, 2 of her and 3 adopted. She reached her mother's here in Iași after a couple of weeks. She came here to join them. It's quite a heaven since she's here because she knows everything. She knows everybody what kind of pill must take, what kind of food likes, etc. So she is an agenda that cannot miss from here. I invite her to say some words to you. I hope you will welcome her as she deserves.
Hello to all of you. It is very big opportunity to me to be in this center because here my children and I are in safe. You all of you know that it is a war in my country, and many people, many women, many children are not safe in Ukraine. Yeah, because we are bombing, because we are fighting for our independence and we are fighting for our lives. And this is a great opportunity to me, to my children, to all of our and other mothers and other children to be in Romania. I said it on video and will say it for all my life. It is a great people, it is a great country, it is a great big hearts because we are not only in safe, we are like close to my mother. Yes, it is hard to explain, but here are people with very big hearts. And I think thanks all for all of you, for all of these clubs, because I understand it is very a big big number of clubs in many countries, and it is very big support for our country. I saw a video from Iași. It is very big support for all those people who are now in Ukraine. That's why I think it is very big thanks from us to you.
And for us too, because yeah, Julia, she is the great. For us too, it's a big help because we opened this center on time, if I can say so, because it wasn't really finished. But we decided to open it like this for the people who came from Ukraine. For the first time, we saw it would be just to transit, but we have this group with 6 mothers, first with 10 kids. And we changed the priorities, we changed all the thoughts from the beginning, because it was special needs for kids. The kids are between 6 months and 17 years. That's why we organize in different parts to provide everything that's necessary. The doctor, the pediatric consult, the food, special food for kids. We have here a mother, a blind mother with 2 girls, twins. We have here a kid with some problems. And still we need some support for all to be everything okay for the kids especially, and for the mother too. But thank you again for everything you have done, and for all the ideas you have about how to support us. It's necessary because we don't have enough time to think of all the details. We have we succeed because we just ask and everybody come with something. We come from beds for kids, we come from toys, they come with all we need. And it was very important. If even we have this money in account, it was difficult to provide and collect everything. In this kind of calling the people to contribute and provide all these things, we do it in a proper time. Thank you a lot again. If you want to ask me something, everything, because I'm not very prepared to expose our project, to present our project, but if you want to ask me something, please ask me.
Magda, I wonder if we could leave maybe some questions until after the Ukraine presentation, if that would be okay.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. Thank you, Graham.
Thank you. Have you now finished, Magda?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Magda. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, all of you.
Could I then ask past District Governor Sergei if he would like to speak to us about what is happening and the current situation in Ukraine and how the Rotary Clubs are affected there, and indeed maybe what the clubs are able to do in the situation.
Thank you very much, past District Governor Graham. Good evening, all fellow Rotarians. Nice to see so many people tonight. Today is a very special day for me because I meet you, but also it is a coincidence that it is the birthday of your queen, but it's also birthday of myself. So I'm really happy to be with you. Thank you. Coming back to what is happening here, we have prepared, actually, this is the work of our public image committee, and they have prepared a short presentation, and I would like to demonstrate some short video and then several slides, and then we'll also show you some of our Facebook pages, which you can look through when you will have time, and you will follow what is happening here, what we are doing. First of all, I would like to share some of videos, and let me make it more to the full screen. I hope it will work right now. Okay. some of the pictures were not normal, but tragedy is such. War is here, you know this very good. And coming back to Ukraine, you know already, I'm sure very well, where we are located. And here is the map, which was practically taken from our Rotary map. Here you can see where, in which regions Rotary clubs are located in Ukraine. And you can see that we are represented practically in all regions. In some of the locations, like in Western Ukraine, in Lviv region, we have 9 Rotary clubs. In Kyiv region, we have 11 Rotary clubs. In Kharkiv region, we have 8 Rotary clubs. And density is lower in other regions, but still, all together, we have 66 Rotary clubs and 1160. Maybe Volodymyr will tell you the exact number right now of Rotarians whom we have in our district. And you know well what happened. These territories in Crimea and in the east were already in war, especially in the east of Ukraine, in Donetsk and Lugansk, parts of Donetsk and Lugansk area since 2014. And this was for 8 years, not so hot like now, but it was war, was killed and wounded practically every day. And then on the 24th of February, we had a invasion from Russian troops, both from the north, from the south, and from the east. They were in particular attacking Kyiv, going through the nuclear power station in Chernobyl, which is just in 100 kilometers from Kyiv. It was fully occupied and practically not under control of Ukrainian government, and MAGATE too. Then afterwards, a bit later, they have also occupied the Zaporizhia nuclear power station, the biggest nuclear power station in the world. And whatever they claim, it's for me, for sure, very risky for the whole world, what was done there, because it was out of control. At least Chernobyl station was out of control of MAGATE for a certain period of time. And thanks God, everything is okay now, but we don't know what will be the future. And definitely the other consequences were some of the cities were blocked, like city of Chernihiv. Now it is freed and deoccupied, but this was the issue, the big issue for this city. Small towns near Kyiv, which names you hear now very often, of Bucha, Gostomel, Borodyanka, Makarov, they were also occupied. City of Sumy, Kharkiv was heavily attacked. Then also from the south, city of Kherson was occupied. By the way, we have a Rotary Club and we have Rotarians in Kherson right now. They are under occupation. We are in contact with them and we pray for them too, but it's not much we can do for them at the moment. City of Mykolaiv is under attack. It's another Rotary Club located there. City of Zaporozhye is not under attack at the moment, but the troops are very, very close to the city. And some other cities like Melitopol, and you have obviously have had Mariupol, which is located in Donetsk region, which was blocked, and for 2 months it was not much allowed for people to escape. And again, we cannot do a lot, unfortunately, because even Red Cross is not able to deliver the goods. So our reaction from the very beginning was that together with our friends, and we were very thankful to all our brothers and sisters from Rotary districts in Romania, Moldova, from Slovakia and Czech Republic, from Hungary, and especially from Poland. We all created some hubs to trying to deliver humanitarian aid. Some storages were created from the other side of the border, and then we also created similar storages at our part, and we started to build a certain network of logistics. We created a hub, storage, our Rotarian storage in Kyiv. A similar one was done in Cherkasy, in Poltava, and in Kharkiv. And this flow of goods, which you have seen in both very, very good presentation from Magda and some of pictures from video I have shown, that these all goods which are coming to us through the border from with the all help collected by our friends from neighboring districts, but also definitely coming from other countries to these locations and then forwarded to us. We distribute it to certain locations. And this is a huge work which we are doing daily. Our coordination committee meets twice a day. It consists from district officers of our district, but also a representative of each Rotary Club may participate to our meeting and deliver their needs, or hear what is happening and react, influence somehow the distribution. And this is done daily in very free and open manner. And we are, I think, improving our efficiency from day to day. At the beginning, it was very difficult to build this logistics. It was necessary to find the storage spaces. Some of them they were given, most of them they were given for free. Another issue was to find the transportation means, trucks, how to deliver all the goods, because in most of the cases, drivers who are bringing these goods from Western Europe to the border and to Ukraine, they cannot go, they are not wishing, and sometimes they are not allowed to, by their transportation companies, to go further to Ukraine. So they have to be done loaded, reloaded, and loaded to other trucks or other cars, and then transported to all locations where it is heavily needed. And this is all a huge work, which is now done by Rotarians in Ukraine to deliver all the goods. And examples of this were shown, but I will definitely demonstrate you a little bit now. I will try to move from this, just a second, to another. This is our Facebook page of our Rotary in Ukraine, where you can see, actually I will show you now. You can see every day they are published by our public image committee, certain posts. Like I can give example because I know very well. This is a case, Rotarians from Belgium, they have organized a delivery of this pallet of special, very special instruments for syringes who are working in the mobile hospitals, and they heavily needed this, and this was delivered to Ukraine recently, and this pallet, and now it is distributed. These 15 backpacks were distributed to 3 hospitals, one in Novograd-Volhynsky. Yesterday we had the delivery of these backpacks to hospital in Kyiv, and it was done with participation of one of our very famous in Ukraine folk rock singer Oleg Skripka. He was personally delivering it to the hospital. Some of Belgium TV station was taking the shot-ins, and he made a special concert, very short but very emotional concert for the wounded soldiers and people in this hospital who are located there, which was motivating them and keeping their spirit up. So there are many other scenes done, and we have created a special page which you can easily find, which is called Rotary Helps Ukraine. Sorry, it's a bit slow to open. Slowly, Rotary Helps Ukraine. And also there are many of them in English. There are many news every day published about different cases when Rotary clubs are doing their work and delivering some goods or trucks or ambulances or there are many examples of this work, which is every day we have these examples. As one of examples, I'm sure our District Governor Volodymyr Bondarenko will tell you the more detail, but as an example, during the last months, we have delivered more than 100 generators they are not too powerful, it's 2.2 kilowatt, but still in the places where it was no electricity supply, where grid was not accessible, it was very useful for many people to have at least some electricity. It was delivered to Chernihiv area, to some regions of Kyiv, to some regions in Kharkiv, and to many other locations. And this is just one example. We are doing a lot of things. Some of first aid kits are being produced locally. This is, you see, these electrical generators are being downloaded and then distributed to communities. So I can tell a lot of stories and many different examples, but now probably I will stop and give a word to our district governor, Volodymyr Bondarenko. Volodya, slovo тобі. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergey.
Володя, мікрофон.
Доброго вечора всім. Дуже приємно тут бачити наших українських друзів. Я думаю, що вони зараз в теплі, в затишку і доглянуті на всі 100.
Good evening to everybody. He very happy to see here our Ukrainian friends, and he's sure that they are now safe and in warm hands of our friends in Romania.
Я хочу особливо подякувати на запрошення на цю зустріч, оскільки ротарійці Англії є надзвичайно активними у всіх подіях, які відбуваються на Україні, і ми дуже відчуваємо вашу допомогу і дуже вдячні вам за це.
Volodymyr, thanks very much for inviting him to this meeting, and he would like to thank your club and all in your face all Rotarians in England and in the whole UK. We feel very much your support and all what you are doing to support our people in Ukraine. Thank you.
Ми також дуже вдячні нашим безпосереднім сусідям, румунам, тому що саме на румунському кордоні у нас 3 фактично зони, де ми перетинаємось. Це біля Дунаю, це Ізмаїл із виходом на румунські порти, потім по черзі це Чернівці і румунський вихід, і Рахів. Тобто у нас фактично є окремі 3 хаби на території Румунії.
We're very thankful to our friends Rotary friends from Romania, and it is important to mention that we have 3. Volodymyr mentioned, but I would like to add practically 4, because the 4th is for multiple countries. But it starts from the Black Sea river port Ismail, and then in Ukrainian side connected to Romania and ports in Romania, and also city of Chernovtsi, and Suceava, then city of Rahiv, and
Баямаре.
Баямаре and Siget, and also the city of Uzhgorod, connected to Oradea and some other locations. Yeah.
І 57 днів нашої оборони, нашої мужньої, стійкої протидії Росії показали, що тільки разом ми можемо протистояти цьому злому ворогу.
57 days of this war, of this struggle, and our brave withstand all attacks. They demonstrated that only together we can really make it to keep and to struggle against a very powerful aggressor.
І, на жаль, повинні визнати, що з кожним днем число тих, хто виїжджає, і тих, кому потрібен додатковий нагляд, у нас збільшується. І із-за цього число, хто поїхав за кордон, з кожним днем росте.
And unfortunately, because it is already 57 days, every day increase the number of displaced and people and the refugees. And some of them are going abroad more and more, and it requires more and more help, not only in Ukraine, but also in our neighboring countries or other countries which give a shelter to our people.
І завдання українських ротарійців максимально полегшити життя різних громад, які сьогодні фактично позбулись свого дому. І ми дуже дякуємо нашим друзям закордонним в даній ситуації, і англійським, і румунським, молдавським ротарійцям, які люб'язно дають можливість нашим громадянам відчувати себе в мирі.
One of our tasks here in Ukraine is to give help to people who have lost their homes, and they were forced to leave their hostilities. And we are very thankful to our friends and brothers and sisters in Rotarians in the UK, in Romania, in Moldova, who help us to provide such help and hostilities. Thank you.
І девіз цього року «Служінням змінюємо життя», мабуть, набуває нового значення. І відчуваєш всю відповідальність як волонтер.
The logo of this year, to serve to change lives, it's really start to get even more deep essence for him also and for all of us.
Я вам дякую всім за ваше служіння.
Thank you very much for service, what you are doing to people, to communities, and not only in your countries, but also to other people, to other communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much, District Governor Vladimir, and also past District Governor Sergei.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I now invite our District 1285 Governor, Rotarian Eric Russell, to speak on behalf of our district. I think it's fairly obvious that there are many here from outside of Rotary District 1285, but we have all supported Romania and Ukraine through the auspices of the Manchester Rotary Club. But when you look around, there's an awful lot of Rotarians from throughout Great Britain and Ireland, and indeed from even further abroad as well. South Africa, I think there's some from America, from Zimbabwe. So we are united here under the name of Rotary. But I would like to ask our District Governor, Eric, to say a few words, please.
Thank you, Patrick. We really, truly are Rotary International tonight, aren't we? So, yeah, so President Magda, Past District Governor Sergei, District Governor Vladimir, and friends from around the world, really. I just want to say how sort of amazing the work is that's being done to support the refugees. Because the work that you're doing is just amazing. We think that we're working hard as Rotarians in the UK. You are working so much harder than we are to deliver all this service to those who actually need it. And you have our full backing. We've actually sent you some financial support. We want to let you know now that we will continue to support you financially as a district for as long as we possibly can. This is a long-term goal for us to support you in all the work that you're doing in all your countries to help the refugees, those who are being displaced. So we have a long-going commitment for doing that. We're also working hard at the moment to make plans to receive refugees in the northwest of England. In fact, we have our first refugee family from Ukraine is actually living with one of our club presidents in the district right now. And the good news today is that we have just been awarded a disaster response grant from Rotary Foundation of $25,000 to help us to look after refugees when they arrive in the northwest of England. So that's some good news that's just come through literally within the past few hours. We only applied for the grant last night and we had it confirmed this morning by Rotary Foundation. So things are moving very quickly, which is really good news. So we have lots of things going on. We're also working on a national level in the UK. We're holding a food packaging event at our national conference, which is Volunteer Expo in May, which is really being led by myself and some friends from this district. And we are actually at the moment looking to pack 7.5 tons of food to go straight into Ukraine in the early part of May. And there will be some more food that coming your way. So lots of things that we're doing to support you, and we will carry on doing that in the long term, because obviously you need our support. We're happy to give you all that support that we can. And please, if there's things we can do, especially things that you need, please ask, and we'll do our very best to help you with all of those things that we can from the district. So yeah, and keep up the good work, and you have our full support. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, District Governor. We have been joined now by the President of Manchester Rotary Club, Roy Chapman. But before I ask President Roy to give a final vote of thanks, I am aware, quite acutely aware, that both Romania and Ukraine are 2 hours ahead of us. So it is 10:30, almost 20 to 11 in those countries. But could I ask if there are any burning questions that anybody wishes to put, bearing in mind that time difference, please? If you could show your hand, and maybe we could just take a few questions from either President Magda or past District Governor Sergei, and then I'll ask President Roy to give the vote of thanks and the final Rotary toast, if I may, please.
Graham.
So could I ask past District Governor Chris Sumner, please, from Southport Links Rotary Club?
Thanks, Graham.
Good evening, Chris.
Yes, we've been given a number of items from the St John Ambulance Service, which are medical, such as bandages, compresses, and other things. They're out of date, but they're all sterile, all beautifully packed. And we're wondering, is there any practical way we can get them over either to Iași or probably straight over to Ukraine? The one practical way would be by way of, there is a service, an air service between Liverpool and Iași, direct with Wizz Air. Does anybody have any contacts there where we might use Wizz Air to use their good offices to use some of their cargo? And I noticed somebody's put their hand up.
Yes, Mike at Biduff. Mike, do you want to unmute yourself? Is that in response to Chris's question?
Yeah, I don't have links to the airport, but we are sending vans, lorries out from the Biddulph area. If you can get them to Glebe Farm, then Mark Bailey, who's leading the organisation of sending stuff out. So if your airlift doesn't work, then get them to Glebe Farm and we'll find a way of getting them there.
Mike, sorry, Graham, can you let me have Mike's email address and we'll liaise?
Yes, we'll do that outside the meeting. Thank you for that, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Are there any other questions that anybody would like to put to either President Magda or past District Governor Sergey?
Sorry, Graham, if I may add something to what was commented to the question of Chris Summer. Can I?
Yes, please.
I just want to add that not with Wizz Air, but with Lufthansa, we have got a good contact with the top managers of Lufthansa, and they promised to help us to deliver in a practically no cost or very reasonable cost any humanitarian aid from different airports in the world to the neighboring airports in Yash or in other neighboring countries. So we have such agreement, and from case to case, we can try to use this opportunity also. It is a fellowship of flying Rotarians by which we can got this contact, and it was a promise to help us in the cases when they can help.
Chris, we can deal with that outside the meeting and connections, but at least we know now that there's some facility. Thank you, Sergey. I can't see any other hands up.
Tony Perini.
Tony, thank you. Tony Perini from Brampton and Longtown in Carlisle, past District Governor. Thank you, Tony. Tony, there's something wrong with your sound.
Your sound is gone.
Sounds distorted, yeah.
Yes.
Distorted. If you can maybe switch your microphone off and switch it back on and see if that clears it.
I can't hear him at all now.
No. Tony,
Okay.
Let me know what it is you have to say, and I can deal with that outside the meeting. You and I can discuss that, please.
Okay.
Any other final questions? As I say, I'm quite cognizant of the late hour for some of our Rotary friends. Anybody waving hands? No.
No.
I'm just looking at the screen. We have past District Governor Yap in South Africa. We have past District Governor Alistair, who's in the I think it's the Outer Hebrides at the minute. Is that right, Alistair?
Wow.
Yep. No bottle of whiskey there with you, Alistair. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Can I now invite, please, the President of Manchester Rotary Club, President Roy Chapman, to give a vote of thanks and also the final Rotary toast before we close the meeting, please.
Thank you, Graham. Can I lodge a very big thank you to you for organising this evening, and everybody. I'm sorry I was a little bit late logging in, but I had a prior commitment and so on. But we'll include thanks to Graham, particularly in the end. We've learned a lot tonight. I've not seen everything, but no doubt I'll have words with Graham and maybe President Magda to see if we can maybe get that excellent presentation and PowerPoint, because the meeting has been recorded. We get the visual presentations, maybe download it in Dropbox or whatever, so we actually put them on our district website. District Governor Eric, I think that would be very useful. I think also some of the emails that were talked about, you could self-mic at Biddulph. Well, I'll get your email and I'll maybe circulate that so that other people can contact you to ship more stuff out to Ukraine, because Biddulph is a lovely little town way down there in Staffordshire, and it's much closer than Ukraine, so we can get at the Glebe farm. That'd be a big step in the right direction. However, we've all seen it on the news. It was again on the news every night. It's there, and I watch HM Forces news because I am ex-HM Forces myself. I spent some years in Germany across the border from the Russians, wondering what might happen if the Cold War went hot. Thank God it never did. I'm also a student of World War II, and to actually see World War II effectively being reenacted in Europe in 2022 is a horror that nobody could ever have imagined could have happened. The sheer insanity of it and the appalling damage being done and so forth to the towns and cities of Ukraine, but more importantly, the awful impact in human terms, both in terms of refugees and then children and men and women dying, is absolutely appalling. As a military man, I applaud the absolute courage and the fighting spirit of the Ukrainian forces. It's been superb because Past District Governor Sergei, your map showed the attacks from the south and the east and the north, and they've been repelled. Sort of planning that was done by the Germans when they invaded Ukraine and so on. But so the fact that Ukrainians have pushed that back is superb. But the work of Rotarians across the world was shown in the video, and particularly across Europe, and that's absolutely wonderful to see that. And I think we should do everything we possibly can to support this, because as District Governor Eric said, we're here for the medium to long term. The war finished tomorrow, which sadly it won't. I think it's going to be a long drawn out conflict. The rebuilding of Ukraine, the rebuilding of lives, and the treatment of people who have been traumatized and so forth. And anybody who's served in the military will know about post-traumatic stress and so on, and that will be, they have to be dealt with and what have you. The impact in human terms is going to be around with us, around for generations to come, particularly amongst the children who have had to suffer what they've suffered. So it's wonderful that Rotarians, as always, when there's a national disaster anywhere in the world, have risen to support Ukraine, and let's keep that work up. Particular thanks to you, Graham, because again, you've called in all your contacts, and again, you've pulled off a fantastic meeting with the number of people attending tonight. I counted 49 at one stage, it's down to 47 at the moment. But as you say, they've come from all over the world, from the West and the East, and throughout the UK, and of course from our own District 1285. So thanks to all of you for attending. That's absolutely fantastic. And by all means, as well, we'll keep in touch with you. Particular thanks go to President Magda. Again, I'm admiring the work of you and all your colleagues in Yash, and obviously it's superb and excellent. Particular thanks to you, Past District Governor Sergei, for your presentation and your heartfelt words. And District Governor Vladimir, thank you for your kind words and the words of thank you to us. And of course, thank you to our own District Governor Eric for supporting us again this evening. And we'll be talking some more about this. But can I call upon you all to therefore join me to either switch on your microphones and join me in an applause and a vote of thanks to our excellent presentations this evening. Very thought-provoking, and that will hopefully spur us on to even greater efforts. So thank you everybody who's been involved tonight.
Bravo.
And that brings me to the final toasts, which of course is a rather ironic toast given the presentation tonight, but a very, very appropriate toast, and the toast that we should hold dear in our hearts and in our minds at all times, because human love and working together and friendship is far, far stronger than conflict, and long may that continue. So the final toast is Rotary and peace the world over.
Peace the world over. Peace the world over.
Again, thank you, everybody. Late night in Ukraine, but all the very best. Take care, and we'll be in touch very, very soon. Thank you again, Graham, for all your efforts, and good night, everybody. And,
thank you,
Mr.
President.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you very
Good
much.
night.
Good night.
Everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.